Have you ever wished there was a guide to life? A real roadmap for how to be a successful person? Well, what if I told you one of the best ones ever written is hiding in a pretty unexpected place? Today, we're going to dive into it.
So where do we start? Believe it or not, our journey begins on page 266 of a 10th grade English textbook from Nepal. And right before it introduces this incredibly famous poem, it hits the students with a question that, let's be real, every single one of us has asked ourselves at some point.
So just take a second. What's your answer to that? It turns out, over 100 years ago, a poet named Rudyard Kipling offered his own powerful answer in his poem If, and that's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
Kipling's Guide to Success doesn't kick off with the usual stuff. Fame, money, power. Nope, it starts with the toughest battleground there is, the one right between your ears. It's all about mastering your inner world first. The poem just throws you right into the fire with this first challenge. Picture this. Everyone around you is in a total panic, just complete chaos. Can you keep your cool? And, here's the kicker, can you do it while they're all blaming you for the mess? Talk about the ultimate test of staying calm under pressure. This next one is a real tightrope walk. It's about trusting yourself, even when everyone else thinks you're wrong. But, and this is the crucial part, you also have to be humble enough to think, okay, why are they doubting me? It's that perfect balance of confidence and openness. That's a true sign of maturity, right? And Kipling keeps laying out this personal code of conduct. He's basically saying, look, you're going to face negativity. That's a given. But you have to rise above it. Have patience. If people lie about you, don't sink to their level. If they hate on you, don't get sucked into hating them back. The whole point is to stick to your own standard, no matter what anyone else does.
And this line, this is just brilliant. It's about ambition. It's so important to dream big and to think deeply, but you can't let those things control you. A dream you never act on is basically a prison, and thoughts that don't lead to action, that's just spinning your wheels. The goal is to use your dreams and your thoughts, not to be used by them.
Okay, so once you start to get a handle on what's going on inside your head, the poem pivots. It moves to the outside world, and specifically how you deal with that wild roller coaster of life's highs and lows. Kipling actually gives these highs and lows personalities. He calls them triumph and disaster. So you've got your greatest wins and your most crushing defeats. But then he slaps a really weird label on them. He calls them imposters. Why imposters? Well, because both of them, success and failure, they try to trick you. They try to make you think they're permanent, that they define who you are. This line is just a masterclass in perspective. You meet victory and defeat with the same steady calm. Because they're just events, they're not your identity. And this whole mindset, treating triumph and disaster the same, leads right into the next huge test, resilience. That ability to bounce back. Because, let's be honest, disasters are going to happen. Things are going to fall apart. The real question isn't if it'll happen, but what you're going to do when it does.
And the way the poem describes resilience is it's brutal, but it's powerful. It's not just about getting back up. It's about watching everything you've poured your life into shatter, and then having the strength to bend down, pick up the broken pieces, and start rebuilding with whatever worn-out tools you have left. It's about starting over from scratch.
So what if you have nothing left? Not even the tools. This is where it all comes down to pure, raw willpower. It's that ability to just hold on when every part of you is screaming to let go. Your body's done, your mind's exhausted, your spirit is shot. The only thing left is that little voice inside, that pure will that just says to them, hold on. So you've got inner balance, you can handle the outside world. You'd think we're done, right? Nope. There's one final, all-encompassing test. Kipling calls it the most demanding one of all, the unforgiving minute.
This final test is really about your relationship with everyone else. Can you hang out with the most powerful people, the kings, without getting arrogant? And can you still walk with the crowds, with everyday folks, without losing who you are? It's all about staying humble and true to yourself, no matter who you're with.
And the entire essence of this final challenge, the absolute peak of all these virtues, gets compressed into one single intense unit of time, just 60 seconds. Now, this isn't about an actual race. Distance run is a metaphor. It means achievement, value, purpose. The challenge is this: can you make every single second count? Can you live with so much focus that not a single moment is wasted, especially when the pressure is on? That's the unforgiving minute. So we've gone through the whole gauntlet of ifs, Master your mind, navigate the world, conquer time itself. So what's the grand prize? What do you get for all this? Well, the last lines of the poem spell it all out. If you can pass all these tests, the poem promises that yours is the earth and everything that's in it. Which, sounds pretty good. But then it immediately tops that. It says the real prize, the thing that's even more important than owning the entire world, is that you'll have achieved true maturity, character, and self-mastery. You'll be a complete human being.
And that's why this poem, found in a textbook halfway around the world, still hits so hard. It's a blueprint for character. It reminds us that our whole life is just made up of these intense, unforgiving minutes that demand our very best. So I'll leave you with this question. How are you going to use yours?